could buy a private jet. You could buy a super yacht. You could buy a mansion in Beverly Hills, a penthouse in Manhattan, and still have enough left over to retire your entire family. And the car sitting at number 1 on this list would still cost you more than all of that combined. We're not talking about expensive. We're talking about a different universe of money entirely. These are the 10 most expensive cars on the planet in 2026, and by the time we get to number 1, your jaw is going to be on the floor. Before we get into it, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now. We do this kind of content every single week, and trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming up on this list. Number 10, Lamborghini Veneno Roadster, $3,300,000. All right, let's kick things off at number 10, and even the entry point on this list is enough to make most people's heads spin. We're starting with the Lamborghini Veneno Roadster, and the price tag is $3.3 million. Now, most guys have had a Lamborghini poster on their wall at some point in their life. The raging bull, the scissor doors, that unmistakable Italian aggression. But the Veneno Roadster isn't the Lamborghini you had on your wall. This thing is from another dimension. The name Veneno means poison in Spanish, and Lamborghini named it that for a reason. This car was designed to look like it was ripped straight off a racetrack and dropped onto public roads. The body is all carbon fiber, sharp angles everywhere, and it looks more like a fighter jet than an automobile. There is nothing soft about it, nothing subtle. It is loud, it is aggressive, and it demands every single eye in the room. Under the hood, you've got a naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12 engine pumping out 750 horsepower. It'll hit 60 miles per hour in just 2.9 seconds, and top out at 221 miles per hour. But here's the thing. The performance almost isn't the point. Lamborghini only made 9 of these. 9 total in the entire world. So even if you had $3.3 million sitting in a bank account ready to go, you still couldn't buy one. They're all gone. They were spoken for before most people even knew this car existed. The Veneno Roadster is the kind of car that doesn't just turn heads, it stops traffic. And at number 10, it's the most affordable car on this entire list. Let that sink in for a second. Number 9, Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus. $3,900,000. Coming in at number 9, we've got the Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus, and the price is $3.9 million. Now, Bugatti is going to show up on this list more than once, so let's get familiar with the name. When you say Bugatti, you're not just talking about a fast car. You're talking about the gold standard of automotive engineering, the benchmark. The car that other hypercar manufacturers look at and say, that's what we're trying to beat. The Chiron Supersport 300 Plus earned its name the hard way. In 2019, Bugatti took this car to the Arlesian test track in Germany and broke the 300 miles per hour barrier for the first time in automotive history. The driver, Andy Wallace, pushed this machine to 304.77 miles per hour. 304 miles per hour. To put that in perspective, a commercial airplane takes off at around 180 miles per hour. This car was going nearly 125 miles per hour faster than that, on the ground. The engine is Bugatti's legendary 8.0-liter quad-turbocharged W16. That's 16 cylinders arranged in a W configuration, producing 1,600 horsepower. It gets to 60 miles per hour in under 2.4 seconds. The aerodynamics on this car were completely redesigned specifically to handle the stresses of going that fast. The body is stretched, the tail is elongated, and every single surface has been engineered to keep this car planted at speeds that would tear a lesser vehicle apart. Bugatti only made 30 of them. 30 cars to commemorate the 300 miles per hour record. And every single one sold out immediately. If you were lucky enough to get your hands on one, you own a piece of automotive history, a genuine, documented world record-holding machine. That's not just a car. That's a trophy. Number 8. Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita, $4,800,000. At number 8, we've got the Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita, coming in at $4.8 million. And this is where things start to get truly wild. Most Americans know Lamborghini, most know Ferrari, most know Bugatti. But Koenigsegg? That's a name that separates the casual car fans from the real ones. This is a Swedish hypercar manufacturer that operates out of a converted military hangar in a small town in Sweden, and they build some of the most extreme automobiles on the face of the earth. The CCXR Trevita is special even by Koenigsegg's insane standards. Now, the name Trevita means 3 whites in Swedish, and it refers to the car's most jaw-dropping feature, the body. Koenigsegg developed an exclusive manufacturing process called the Koenigsegg Proprietary Diamond Weave. Essentially, they coat the carbon fiber strands in a diamond dust-infused resin before weaving them together. The result is a body that literally sparkles in the sunlight, like it's covered in diamonds. Because it kind of is. The process was so expensive and so labor-intensive that Koenigsegg originally planned to build 6 of them. They ended up making only 2. 2 cars in the entire world with this finish. Floyd Mayweather, one of the greatest boxers of all time, and a man who knows a thing or two about spending money, owned one of them. The engine is a twin supercharged 4.8-liter V8 running on biofuel, producing 1,018 horsepower. It'll do 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds and hit a top speed of 254 miles per hour. But honestly, you could put a lawnmower engine in this thing, and it would still be one of the most visually stunning objects ever created by human hands. The diamond weave carbon fiber alone makes it worth every penny of that $4.8 million price tag. Number 7. Bugatti Centodieci, $9 million. Number 7 brings us back to Bugatti, and this time we're doubling the price. The Bugatti Centodieci, $9 million. Centodieci means 110 in Italian, and this car was built to celebrate the 110th anniversary of Ettore Bugatti's legendary EB110 supercar from the early 1990s. Now, the EB110 was already a legendary machine in its own right. It was one of the fastest cars in the world when it debuted, and it was the car that put Bugatti back on the map after years of dormancy. So when Bugatti decided to pay tribute to it, they didn't hold back. The same 8.0-liter W16 engine from the Chiron is under the hood, but here, it's been tuned to produce 1,600 horsepower. 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds. Top speed electronically limited to 236 miles per hour. But the real story isn't the performance numbers. It's the exclusivity. Bugatti made exactly 10 of them. 10 cars for the entire planet. And every single one was sold before the car was even officially revealed to the public. The buyers were hand-selected by Bugatti themselves. At $9 million, the Centodieci is a tribute, a collector's piece, and a work of art all rolled into one, and it's only number 7 on this list. Number 6, Rolls-Royce Sweptail, $12,800,000. We're into the top 6 now, and the game changes completely. Number 6 is the Rolls-Royce Sweptail at $12.8 million. And this is where we leave the world of hypercars and enter the world of rolling masterpieces. Here's what you need to understand about Rolls-Royce. Ferrari builds fast cars. Lamborghini builds aggressive cars. Bugatti builds engineering marvels. Rolls-Royce builds something else entirely. They build the ultimate expression of luxury, craftsmanship, and exclusivity. And the Sweptail is the purest example of that philosophy ever produced. The Sweptail was commissioned by a single, unnamed, ultra-wealthy client. This person came to Rolls-Royce and essentially said, "I want a one-of-a-kind car. Money is no object. build me something that has never existed before. And Rolls-Royce spent 4 years doing exactly that. The design was inspired by the sweeping lines of classic Rolls-Royce coach-built cars from the 1920s and 1930s, combined with the elegance of luxury yachts. The rear of the car features a panoramic glass roof that flows all the way to the back, creating a greenhouse effect that floods the interior with natural light. The body is a single, uninterrupted sweep of coachwork. No visible panel gaps, no interruptions, just one continuous, flowing line from nose to tail. The interior is equally extraordinary. The dashboard is crafted from a single piece of polished rosewood. The clock is a custom-made timepiece that took months to design and build. Every single detail was specified by the client and executed by hand by Rolls-Royce's master craftsmen at their facility in Goodwood, England. There is exactly one swept tail in existence. One. And it cost $12.8 million. But the man who commissioned it didn't buy a car. He bought a piece of history. He bought something that will never be replicated, never be duplicated, and never be forgotten. Number 5. SP Automotive Chaos, $14,500,000. Number 5 is one that might surprise you because it's not a name most people know. Yet, the SP Automotive Chaos coming in at $14.5 million, and this thing is absolutely insane. SP Automotive is a Greek hypercar manufacturer, and yes, you read that right. Greece, not Italy, not Germany, not England. A small company out of Greece has built what they are calling the most powerful road-legal car ever constructed, and the numbers back that claim up in a way that is genuinely hard to believe. The Chaos, and that name is entirely appropriate, is powered by a twin turbocharged 4.0-liter V10 engine paired with a hybrid electric system. The combined output? 3,000 horsepower. 3,000 horsepower. To put that in context, a Formula One car produces around 1,000 horsepower. The Chaos has 3 times that. The claimed top speed is over 300 miles per hour, and the 0 to 60 time is a mind-bending 1.9 seconds. The body is made entirely from carbon fiber and titanium, and the aerodynamics are so extreme that the car generates more downforce than most race cars. It looks like something out of a science fiction movie. All sharp edges, massive air intakes, and aggressive vents that make it clear this machine means serious business. SP Automotive is only making 5 of them. 5 cars at $14.5 million each. And the buyers who got in on this are getting something that no one else on earth will ever own. A 3,000 horsepower Greek hypercar that rewrites the definition of what a road car can be. Number 4. Pagani Zonda HP Barchetta, $17,500,000. We're in the top 4 now, and at number 4, we've got the Pagani Zonda HP Barchetta at $17.5 million. And if you know anything about Pagani, you already know this is going to be something special. Horacio Pagani is an Argentinian-born engineer who moved to Italy, worked for Lamborghini, and then decided to go out on his own and build the most extraordinary cars the world had ever seen. His company, Pagani Automobili, operates out of a small facility in San Cesario sul Panaro, Italy, and every single car they produce is essentially handmade from scratch. We're talking about a level of craftsmanship that makes most other exotic car manufacturers look like they're running an assembly line. The Zonda HP Barchetta is the ultimate expression of the Zonda lineage, a car that Pagani has been refining and evolving for over 2 decades. Barchetta is an Italian word that means little boat, referring to the open-top, streamlined body style. And this car is breathtaking. The body is a combination of carbon fiber and carbon titanium, and the exposed weave of the material is so precise and so beautiful that it looks like a piece of woven art rather than a structural component. The engine is a naturally aspirated 7.3-liter V12, developed in partnership with Mercedes-AMG, producing 789 horsepower. Now, 789 horsepower might sound modest compared to some of the other cars on this list, but the Zonda HP Barchetta weighs almost nothing. The power-to-weight ratio is extraordinary, and the driving experience is described by everyone who's been behind the wheel as something close to religious. Pagani made 3 of them. 3. And one of them was kept by Horacio Pagani himself for his personal collection. So there are only 2 in private hands. 2 cars at $17.5 million each. The Pagani Zonda HP Barchetta isn't just a car. It's a sculpture that happens to have an engine in it. Number 3, Bugatti La Voiture Noire, $18,900,000. 3rd place, and Bugatti is back. The Bugatti La Voiture Noire, $18.9 million. And this is arguably the most dramatic car on this entire list. La Voiture Noire is French for the black car. Simple name. Extraordinary machine. Bugatti unveiled this car at the Geneva Motor Show in 2019, and the automotive world collectively lost its mind. Because this wasn't just a new hypercar, this was a love letter to one of the most legendary automobiles ever built, the Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic from the 1930s. The original Type 57 SC Atlantic is considered by many historians and collectors to be the most beautiful car ever made. Only 4 were ever built, and one of them, the one that went missing during World War II, is estimated to be worth over $100 million if it were ever found. Bugatti built La Voiture Noire as a modern interpretation of that car, and the result is something that stops you cold the moment you lay eyes on it. The body is hand-formed carbon fiber, finished in a deep, lustrous black that seems to absorb light rather than reflect it. The proportions are long, low, and sweeping, with a dramatic spine running down the center of the hood, a direct nod to the riveted dorsal fin of the original Atlantic. The rear of the car features 6 exhaust pipes arranged symmetrically that exit through the back like the pipes of a church organ. It is one of the most visually arresting automobiles ever created. Under the hood is Bugatti's 8.0-liter W16 engine with 4 turbochargers, producing 1,500 horsepower. Top speed is electronically limited to 261 miles per hour, 0 to 60 in under 2.5 seconds. But nobody who buys a La Voiture Noire is buying it for the performance numbers. They're buying it because there is exactly one in the entire world, one car, one owner. And that owner paid $18.9 million for the privilege of being the only human being on Earth who gets to drive it. Number 2, Rolls-Royce Boat Tail, $28 million. We are down to the final 2, and the numbers we're about to talk about are going to sound like something out of a movie. Number 2 is the Rolls-Royce Boat Tail at $28 million. And this car is the definition of what happens when money truly has no ceiling. The Boat Tail is part of Rolls-Royce's Coach Build division, a program that the company revived specifically to create one-of-a-kind bespoke automobiles for clients whose wealth and taste operate on a level that most of us can't even conceptualize. The Boat Tail was commissioned by 3 separate clients, meaning 3 were made, each one completely unique and tailored to the specific desires of its owner. The design is inspired by the golden age of American yachting, the sleek wooden-hulled sailing vessels of the 1930s and 1940s that were the ultimate status symbols of the American elite. The rear of the car features a dramatic boat tail body style, where the coachwork sweeps upward and outward at the back, creating a shape that is simultaneously nautical and automotive. It is unlike anything else on the road. It doesn't look like a car. It looks like a yacht that decided to grow wheels. But the most extraordinary feature of the boat tail isn't the exterior. It's what's hidden underneath that dramatic rear deck. When you press a button, the entire rear section of the car opens up, both sides simultaneously, to reveal a bespoke hosting suite. We're talking a refrigerator chilled to the exact temperature preferred by the owner, a champagne cooler, a pair of custom-made parasols, a folding table, and a set of chairs. All of it handcrafted, all of it perfectly fitted, all of it designed to allow the owner to pull up to any location on Earth and host a gathering in absolute style. One of the 3 boat tails was commissioned by a couple who were passionate about haute couture fashion. Their car features a timepiece on the dashboard that was co-designed with a legendary Swiss watchmaker and is worth more than most luxury cars on its own. The paint color was custom mixed to match a specific shade of blue that held personal significance to the couple. At $28 million, the Rolls-Royce boat tail isn't just the second most expensive car in the world, it's a statement. It's a declaration that you have arrived at a level of success where the only limit is your imagination. Number 1. Rolls-Royce Le Rose Noir Drop Tail, $30 million. And here we are, number 1. The most expensive car in the world in 2026, the Rolls-Royce Le Rose Noir Drop Tail, at $30 million. For a car, let that number sit with you for a moment. $30 million. That is more than the career earnings of most professional athletes. That is more than the GDP of some small nations. And one single person on this earth, paid that for an automobile. The Le Rose Noir Drop Tail is part of the same coach build program as the boat tail. But where the boat tail drew inspiration from the sea, the Le Rose Noir, which translates to the Black Rose, drew its inspiration from one of the rarest flowers in the world. The Black Baccarat rose, a deep, almost black-red rose that is extraordinarily rare and extraordinarily beautiful, served as the creative foundation for every single design decision on this car. The exterior paint is a custom color called Black Red, a deep, dark crimson that shifts and changes in different lighting conditions, much like the petals of the Black Baccarat rose itself. It took Rolls-Royce's color and materials team over a year to develop this specific shade. The paint process involves multiple layers of hand-applied color, each one polished before the next is applied, creating a depth and richness that photographs simply cannot capture. But the most extraordinary element of the Le Rose Noir Drop Tail is the dashboard. Rolls-Royce's craftsmen spent 1,700 hours, over 70 days of continuous work, creating a single piece of art for the dashboard of this car. It is a hand-carved, three-dimensional rose rendered in a combination of open-pore carbon fiber and a specially developed material that mimics the texture and appearance of rose petals. It is, without question, the most intricate and labor-intensive piece of interior craftsmanship ever placed inside an automobile. The drop tail designation refers to the open-top, coach-built body style, a modern interpretation of the grand touring roadsters of the early 20th century. The rear deck flows in a long, sweeping line from the back of the seats to the tail of the car, creating a silhouette that is both timeless and unmistakably modern. There are no sharp edges, no aggression, just pure, effortless elegance. The drivetrain is Rolls-Royce's 6.75-liter twin-turbocharged V12, producing 591 horsepower. Now, 591 horsepower is not the most powerful engine on this list, not by a long shot. That is entirely beside the point. The Le Rose Noir Drop Tail was not built to be the fastest car in the world. It was built to be the most extraordinary, the most personal, the most human. Because here's what separates this car from everything else on this list. Every other car here, the Bugattis, the Lamborghinis, the Koenigsegg, even the other Rolls-Royces, they were all built to impress, to intimidate, to demonstrate power and performance and engineering excellence. The Le Rose Noir Droptail was built to move you, to make you feel something. The client who commissioned this car worked with Rolls-Royce for years to create something that reflected their personal story, their aesthetic, their soul. The black Baccara Rose wasn't chosen at random. It meant something to them. And Rolls-Royce translated that meaning into 5,000 pounds of steel, aluminum, carbon fiber, and leather. There is exactly one Le Rose Noir Droptail in existence. One car, one owner, $30 million. And it is, without any argument, the most expensive, most extraordinary, and most personal automobile on the planet in 2026. So there you have it, the 10 most expensive cars in the world in 2026, from the $3.3 million Lamborghini Veneno Roadster, all the way up to the $30 million Rolls-Royce Le Rose Noir Droptail. A combined total of over $143 million worth of automotive excellence on one list. Now here's the thing that gets me every time I put together a list like this. It's not really about the money. The money is just the number. What these cars actually represent is the absolute outer limit of what human beings can create when they have unlimited resources, unlimited time, and unlimited ambition. Every single car on this list is the answer to the question, what is the best we can possibly do? And the answers are extraordinary. Whether it's Bugatti chasing 300 miles per hour, Pagani hand-weaving carbon titanium into something that looks like jewelry, or Rolls-Royce spending 1,700 hours carving a rose into a dashboard. These are not just cars. They are the highest expression of craftsmanship, engineering, and artistry that our civilization is currently capable of producing. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor. Hit that like button, drop a comment below, and tell me which car on this list you'd take home if money was no object. I read every single comment, and I genuinely want to know your answer. And if you want to see more content like this every single week, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. We've got a lot more coming, and trust me, it only gets better from here.